Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear respected lecturer and my fellow classmates. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to our lecturer and all of you who are watching this for giving me the opportunity to deliver this speech. Today, I would like to talk about a topic that is very close to our lives, especially as students, and that is mental health. I feel honored to speak about this issue today, not only because it is important, but also because it is still not talked about enough. Let me begin by saying that mental health is just as important as physical health. For this speech, I have divided into three simple parts. First, what mental health actually is. Second, the common challenge we face. And third, what can we do to take care of it for ourselves and others. So, what is mental health? Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, how we feel, and how we act. It influences how we handle stress, how we relate to others, and how we make everyday decisions. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood to adulthood. Now, let me ask, have you ever felt tired, overwhelmed, or completely drained, even though everything seems fine on the outside? That feeling, the emptiness or pressure inside, is often related to our mental state. Many students today face stress from academic pressure, family expectation, deadlines, and the constant comparison we see on social media. But sadly, not everyone talks about what they feel. Why? Because there's still stigma. Because people are afraid of being judged or misunderstood. According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 8 people around the world live with a mental disorder, and many never seek help. Sometimes it's the people who smile the most who are struggling the hardest. So, what can we do about it? Taking care of our mental health doesn't always mean doing something big. Often, it starts with the small things, like getting enough sleep, eating well, taking breaks, or talking to someone we trust. Practicing gratitude, mindfulness, journaling, or simply doing things that make us happy. These are small ways to protect our mental well-being. We also need to support one another. If you notice a friend being unusually quiet or distant, reach out, ask them if they're okay, listen without judgment, and if you yourself are struggling, please know it's okay to not be okay. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of strength. Before I end, allow me to share a quote that is very meaningful to me. It says, "You don't have to control your thoughts, you just have to letting them control you." This quote reminds us that struggling mentally is not a failure. It is a sign that we are human. Let me give a simple example. Imagine a student who shows up to every class, joins organization, smiles a lot, and even gets good grades. On the surface, they seem perfectly fine. But deep inside, they might be battling stress, anxiety, or loneliness. This is more common than we think. This is why It's so important that we don't judge people only by what we see. Personally, I believe that talking about mental health is an act of courage. And by having this conversation today, we are already taking a step in the right direction together. To conclude, mental health is real, it is important, and it affects every one of us. Let's create a classroom and community where it's normal to talk about our feelings, where no one feels alone, where being vulnerable is not something to hide, but something we respect. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.